guys, it's Jazz, and today I am back with another video. Today is going to be an astrology video, and I just wanted to say Happy New Year to everyone. This is my first video in 2019 and it's almost February, so yeah. So let's go ahead and get into the video. This video is going to be about your Venus sign. And so if you are totally new to astrology or just don't know a lot about the different planetary positions and what they mean, your Venus sign will tell you what you love and pleasure. So I'm happy to say that today's video is sponsored by Keen. So I have worked with Keen.com before in the past on my other astrology video, and they are working with me again. So Keen.com is where you can find a personalized psychic for you through the internet, phone calls, and via chat. So I had a phone call with my personalized psychic today. I had it early this morning and it was really good. I asked him 4 specific questions about the relationship that I am in, and he was able to give me 4 specific answers. The call was under 5 minutes. It's very straight to the point, which I like. It's not a lot of fluff. It's not a lot of, like, you know, filler stuff. They're not really trying to waste your time. Like, you ask them a question, they answer it straightforward. Your personality quiz, you can say whether you want a straight up answer or whether you want them to kind of, you know, be a little easy with their answers. I like to have things straight up, so they don't sugarcoat anything with me, and I love that. So yeah, if you go to Keen.com, you can get your first 3 minutes for free when you talk to someone if you sign up through my link down below that I will have in the top of the description box. So go ahead and click on that. Yeah, it's just really interesting, and I found out that your girl might be having a baby within the next 12 to 23 months.
But it does look like there's the potential for children within the next 12 to 23 months.
So that is something that hope comes true. that I really hope comes true. Let's go ahead and get started into the video. I'm going to get started with the signs in order from Aries all the way to Pisces. Okay, so if you have a Venus sign in Aries now, this means that you are pretty impulsive in love. You probably have had 1, 2, maybe 3 love at first sights in your life. You are very impulsive in love. When you decide that you love someone, you go after it. Not a lot of questions asked. You really work off of your intuition and how you feel impulsively, which can be really nice. And a fire sign, having a Venus in fire, will have those same qualities as well. Venus and Aries people move very quickly in relationships. They do not like to waste time. If they feel it, they go after it. So there is no such thing as, oh, that's too soon with a Venus and Aries person. You probably won't hear them say that in a relationship. Oh, it's too soon to do that, or it's too soon to, no. They like to move quickly or just at the pace that they feel comfortable, and that pace does not have to be governed or dictated by any outside influences. It's all about how they feel. The way to grab a Venus and Aries attention, if you are looking to grab a Venus and Aries person's attention, is to look appealing to them. They are very attracted, very first off attracted to looks. A lot of people are, but Venus and Aries are definitely known for that. They definitely go after the looks first, and if you can grab their attention with their eyes, then the heart can soon follow. And Venus and Aries people are very sensual. They love showing you how much they appreciate you and care about you. They will show it. A thing to look out for Venus and Aries people is that they can be a little bit demanding. They can demand a lot of your time, and if they feel like you're not giving them the same amount of time or attention that they're giving you, that will really turn them off. And Venus and Aries people are pretty hard to settle down. They love and love moving fast, and they don't really have a long commitment attitude in relationships, and they are very flirtatious. So watch out for these. Watch out for all Venus in fire signs, to be honest, because they are very flirtatious, and a lot of them, you know, kind of stray a little bit. Next is Venus and Taurus. So Venus and Taurus people are very affectionate and very romantic. They will sweep you off your feet with their romance, and it will kind of surprise you, especially if it's someone that doesn't seem like it, or their sun sign or moon sign doesn't tell you that they might be affectionate and romantic, but their Venus and Taurus will let it be known that they are actually a very romantic person. Venus and Taurus people are pretty much opposite of Venus and Aries. They move very slowly in relationships. They like to move very slowly, very steadily in relationships, not too fast. Venus and Taurus people are very sexual people. Venus and Taurus people are very generous. They will share their love and their things and their home with you if they love you, and that is a way of them showing affection, by being very generous with you. And sometimes their affection can be a little bit smothering. especially if it's a female. If it's a female that has a Venus in Taurus, it could be kind of like motherly, smothering, like kissy, like just kind of like motherly, kind of just all over you, you know, like if you're like a child. So that is something to look out for, or maybe keep in mind if you are a Venus in Taurus. Maybe look out for the signs of someone that may not want to be smothered with love all the time. Maybe they want, you know, a little bit of space. So look out for that. And a Venus in Taurus person, if they get their heart broken, that can change their whole attitude and outlook on relationships, period. So a heartbroken Venus in Taurus is completely different than one that has had positive, healthy relationships. Someone that has had a bad heartbreak or breakup, they may not act like this at all, because once they feel like their love has been wasted and they've had wasted love, then they're not going to be as willing to give it out. Next is Venus in Gemini. So Venus and Gemini people are known to be sapiosexual. So sapiosexual means that you are attracted to someone's mind first. So I have my Venus in the 3rd house, which is the Gemini house. So your houses have a lot to do with this as well. So this is me. I am definitely sapiosexual. I am not attracted to people's outer appearance. That doesn't do much for me. Like, if you can't get me intellectually, you can't get me at all. So it really has to be a soul, mental connection. Body, outer appearance comes dead last for me. So I've always been like that ever since I was like younger. Friends that are like so into looks would just be, so I'm going to a little tangent. Friends that are like so into looks would always tell me like, girl, you like him, he's not even cute, or like, girl, what do you see in him? And it's like, I see what you can't see. You know, that is how I fall in love, with someone's heart, with someone's soul, with someone's mind. Outer appearance is the least of my concern. Venus in Gemini would have those same type of views when it comes to attracting a partner or attraction in a partner, and also someone that has their Venus in the 3rd house. Venus and Gemini people are not clingy at all. They like giving you your space because they like their space. So they will give you your space because they want theirs too. Venus and Gemini people are very lighthearted in love. They're very playful in love. If you can't joke with a Venus in a Gemini person, then it probably is not going to work out. They really like to joke around and have fun, not take things too seriously. They're not going to like to sit down and talk to you about their feelings. Like, they're just not going to like that. They want to be able to have like a lighthearted, upbeat. Venus and Gemini can also be very flirtatious as well, just because they're playful and they like to talk to people, and they like to talk to a lot of different people, and they make him come off as flirtatious, or it may seem like they're not giving you a lot of attention because they're giving someone else attention because they just like talking to people. So try not to take it too personal. I mean, definitely depends on the person, but try not to take it too personal if a Venus and Gemini person is a little bit flirtatious. They don't mean too much harm by it most of the time. And with that flirtatiousness and just openness to talk to people and like playfulness, they are very charming. A Venus and Gemini person is very charming, and they will charm you and probably sweep you off your feet with their charm. Next is Venus in Cancer. So if you are a Venus in Cancer, you're probably a very romantic person, probably a hopeless romantic, and you're also very sensitive. What your partner feels and how they feel about you and how they see you means the most to you. So if your partner criticizes you, that can ruin your whole week. Like, you do not like to be nitpicked by your partner. You do not like to be, you know, told this is what you could do better or whatever. A Venus and Cancer person is very sensitive when it comes to criticism from their partner. A Venus and Cancer person is rarely single, and if they are single, they're probably not happy. They love to be in a relationship. They love the bond of being in a relationship. So a Venus and Cancer person, if you are a Venus and Cancer person and you are single, drop it down below and let me know how you feel. Do you love being single, or would you rather be in a relationship? Venus and Cancer people are very sensual also, and they are very good listeners. So they will sit there and listen to you talk about their feelings. They will actually enjoy that. And a Venus and Cancer person will not only enjoy it, but they'll engage with you and they'll listen to you. You can come and confide in a Venus and Cancer person. They love that. That is bonding to them. You sharing your secret to you opening up to them, that is bonding to them, and they love that connection. And a Venus and Cancer person loves to cook for their lover. They love to give you a good home-cooked meal. Okay, so Venus and Leo. Venus and Leo people are very magnetic. They have a very magnetic energy, and whoever their partner is probably crazy over them. Like, probably just crazy drawn to them and just crazy for them. They will require you to give you back their loyalty. If they give you their loyalty, it's like you might as well write it in blood. If I'm loyal to you, you need to be loyal to me. That is how a Venus and Leo person thinks. A Venus and Leo person is definitely the dominant one in a relationship. It doesn't matter if it's male or female. They're definitely going to be the dominant one in the relationship, the one that's kind of pulling the strings in a slightly manipulative way, will be kind of manipulative behind the scenes, pulling the strings and kind of maneuvering the relationship to go the way that they want it to go. And their partner probably won't even know that they're really a puppet master behind the scenes, but they will know that they are in charge and they are the dominant one. Next is Venus in Virgo. So Venus in Virgo people are very cautious when it comes to falling in love. They may love you, but they purposefully hold back because they are very cautious when it comes to falling in love. They do not want to get heartbroken, and they do not want to get into a serious commitment unless they know that you are ready for that as well. A Venus and Virgo person will point out the flaws and criticize you to the point where it could get on your nerves, but they're doing it out of love. They do it because they actually really want to better you. They want to better everything around them, including their partner. And a Venus in Virgo person will show you that they care about you by trying to constantly make you better. So if they have like their foot on your neck and like trying to keep you up to date with things and try to keep you on your P's and Q's and try to motivate you and do this or pick out things that you need to change, it's because they love you. Once a Venus and Virgo person lets their guard down and decides to be fully committed in a relationship, they are fully committed in that relationship, and that bond is very, very hard to break with a Venus and Virgo. Venus and Virgo people, this also has to go with the fact that they love bettering people. They actually enjoy bettering people, so they are usually attracted to people that need help. So if you are a Venus and Virgo person, keep that in mind. Look at your past relationships and see, was I attracted to this person because they needed my help? Did it make you feel good because you were able to help them? Like, were they a needy person? They like needy people. They like feeling needed. So see if that plays into your life. For a Venus and Virgo person, for the most part, giving quality time is their love language. So if you guys are familiar with the 5 love languages, quality time is one of those love languages. A Venus and Virgo will definitely fall into that category because they do not play around with their time. So if they are giving you their time, they love you. Next is a Venus in Libra. Now Libras are actually ruled by planet Venus, so this is their home planet and this is where they shine the most in this category. All things love and beauty and pleasure and all that. So with that being said, Libras love the idea of love. They just love the idea of love. I wouldn't necessarily call them a hopeless romantic because they are pretty practical, but they just love the idea of love. They love it. They love seeing it. They love being around it. They love being in it. They just love love. Some people, they're like, oh, it's so cheesy. Oh, love. Venus in Libra will just soak up all of that good loving energy. They just love being around people that are in love. They love being around beautiful things. They love just love. They just love love. They love chick flicks. Like, they just love all that stuff. Venus and Libra person is more romantic than sensual. A Venus and Libra person does not like crude, crass, rude, vulgar things. They don't like that at all. They like delicacy. They like couth. They like politeness. They like manners. So if you are a rude, crass person that is trying to attract a Venus and Libra, that will completely turn them off. You need to be polite, gentlemanlike, you know, or a classy woman. You know, they like that type of stuff. A way to win a Venus and Libra's heart is give them beautiful gifts. Find out what they like and give it to them. They love beautiful gifts and they will cherish it. They will put it in their homes. They love gifts. Even a nice, beautiful card they love. Sometimes it's a little thing. So gift receiving is their love language. And that also has to go with the fact that the Venus and Libra people, they need to feel admired. If they feel like they are not being admired or they're not getting enough attention, they will feel like you're not interested. Even if you've done everything up to that point to show them that you are interested, it could be one day of you not feeling your best, and if you're not giving them your undevoted attention or showing them any type of admiration, they will feel like you've suddenly fallen off. So you have to be consistent with the admiration for a Venus and Libra person. They do need a lot of attention. Okay, now for Venus and Scorpio. So for Venus and Scorpio, the idea of love is very draining to them. It's very time consuming and draining because a Venus and Scorpio person, their relationships can consume them. Like, they can become one with their partner. Like, you won't even know who's who. Like, it will be that just like completely engulfed in their partner, and hopefully it's reciprocal. So completely engulfed in one another. And that is how a Venus in Scorpio loves. They are all or nothing. So with that being said, the emotions are very intense. When they love hard. When they fight hard. Like, it's very, very intense emotions, and you have to be really, really ready for it. It could be rough. It could be a rough ride being with a Venus in Scorpio, but if you are the right sign to go with it, then it could be perfect. Perfect having someone that's completely into you, and that could be perfect for the right sign. I will be doing a love matches video also, because this is not going to tell you what is your best sign unless you can kind of, you know, figure it out or whatever. But I will be doing a love matches video. Another thing about Venus and Scorpios is that they're very sex focused. If they are not having good sex or pleasurable sex in their relationship, then they don't want you. So the sex is... yeah, the sex is going to be number one. That's going to be the number one thing in the relationship. If that dies, the relationship dies. Period. That is how they keep that passion. That is how they keep the intimacy, is by having good sexual relations. If you don't have that with the Venus in Scorpio, then they will start to fall back. And once a Venus in Scorpio starts to fall back, you might as well consider them gone. Next is Venus in Sag. So your girl is a Venus in Sag. You know, I'm a stellium in Sag. I'm a super Sag. Super Sag. So I am a Venus in Sag, and a lot of these things pretty much apply to me. So I do have notes here, you guys. If you guys see me looking down, I have notes. Because I do get this information from a lot of different places. Books, websites, inner knowledge. Like, it's not just me. It's not just me, okay? It's written in the stars, okay? Don't come at me. A lot of you guys, especially the Capricorns, have been coming at me cutthroat about what I say, when a lot of the things that they come at me for are things that are written in the books. So, you know, I always link down the main book that I focus on and refer to down below. So blame her, not me, okay? Dang, this is not just me. It's written in the stars. Blame nature. Anyways, Venus and Sag. Venus and Sag people need to be free. They need to feel like they are free in a relationship. They need to feel like they have freedom, like they have space. They may not always want to take the space. They need to feel like they have that option. I already touched on this a little bit when I was talking about Venus and Gemini, but Venus and Sag people do not fall in love with books for the most part. For the most part. They do not fall in love with books. They fall in love with the mind and the soul and, you know, the things that matter. Venus and Sag people love free-spirited relationships. They love being able to talk to the partner about anything and everything, taboo topics, whatever, not having hard feelings. They have to have an open-minded partner. When I started learning about astrology, I started learning a lot about myself and a lot about past relationships, and I didn't realize that that was the thing that was really, 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 really ruining my relationships. I cannot be with someone that's closed-minded. It just does, it will never work. So I have to be with someone that's open-minded, and that is the key that I did not realize was the key. Here's a bad thing about being some Sag people. And some Sag people, they're known to be cheaters. Okay, even the ones that you wouldn't necessarily think. Okay, think Jay-Z. Jay-Z's a Sag. I think that shocked everybody. Offset's a Sag. That didn't shock nobody, but you know. They are known to be cheaters because they're very flirtatious and they're very free-spirited and they're very open-minded. So a lot of them kind of don't really see nothing wrong with it. You know, it's like they feel like monogamy is a little overrated at some point. So you gotta keep your eye on the Venus and Sag people because they will cheat on you. Next is Venus and Capricorn. Okay, so Venus and Capricorn people are very cautious in love. They're very, very cautious. They are very analytical. So they're always thinking, should I move first or should they move first? Should they do this or should they do this? They play love like a chess game. They think too much. They think about it a lot. And that can come off as cold and distant to their lover. But they see it as being smart. They see it as not wanting to get their feelings hurt. They see it as not wanting to move too fast or change things in their life to meet their lover's needs if they don't even know if that person's going to be there for the long haul. That's how they see it. They see it as just being smart. But when a Venus and Capricorn person does allow themselves, and they have to allow themselves, they literally have to allow themselves to fall in love. But when they do allow themselves to fall in love, they are very, very loyal, very, very dedicated. And you are the one. You're the one. The Venus and Capricorn people are the people that have like been with their partners forever. I've been with the partner for like 8 years and then get married. Yeah, a Venus and Capricorn person will date you for 8 years before putting a ring on it. Yes, they will. They need all that time to really think. But when they do put a ring on it, they're going to want to stay with you forever because they have fully committed at that point. They've made up their mind. And a Venus and Capricorn person, I know y'all hate it when I say this, but they marry for security, okay? They marry for security. A Venus and Capricorn person will not marry you unless they feel secure. They're not just going to marry you because they love you. That's not enough. That's not enough. They have to feel secure in all aspects of their life. And a lot of times security does equal money. So if the money's not right in a relationship, then they're not. They're just not. They have to feel secure. Venus and Capricorn people can be very jealous. They can be very jealous of other people and other relationships. They can be a little possessive because they feel like, okay, I'm not committed to you totally, but you're still mine. And a Venus and Capricorn person will cut you off with a quickness. Quick. You can be that person for 7 years, and on that 8th year you're supposed to be getting engaged, they will cut you off 7.5. Next is Venus and Aquarius. Now, Venus and Aquarius people are very kind and loving. They're very kind. They're so sweet. They're so sweet, mama. Yeah, they're so nice in love. They're very, very giving. They give. That is their love language. They will be the person giving gifts and giving things. Like that's how they show they care. They're just giving and giving and giving and giving. But the crazy thing about that is that usually may come from like an emotional place. Like, I'm just giving so much. Like, no, a Venus in Aquarius person is not emotional. They are not emotional in love at all. They are not emotional. They're not. So you have to come to them with some type of intellectual, logical background. A Venus in Aquarius person is not the type to fall head over heels. They will never fall head over heels. They are too logical and strategic. Not strategic, but they're too in tune with their emotions, to be honest, to let that happen. A Venus in an Aquarius person, like a Venus and Sag person, needs a lot of freedom and space. They need probably more than all the fire signs, actually. And even though they're an air sign, they need a lot of personal space. They need it. And a Venus and Aquarius person likes to be honest with the partner. If they cannot be honest with you, they don't like that. They have to sugarcoat or watch what they say around you because you're too sensitive. They don't like that. Do not like sensitive partners because they need to be able to be open and honest with you. Okay, lastly is a Venus in Pisces. So Venus and Pisces people, another water sign. Venus and Pisces people are very tender and emotional. Okay, they are very tender. They're sensitive. Okay, they are very sensitive. Venus and Pisces and Venus and Aquarius ain't gonna work. They're very sensitive. Very sensitive. You do have to watch what you say with it because they will take it to heart. They will literally take it to heart, and it could really mess with them, especially if they are a Venus and Pisces person that is not in tune with their emotions. A Venus and Pisces person has a very deep capacity for love. They love being in love. They love feeling love. They love feeling nurtured, and because of that, they can be very clingy. They are probably the clingiest Venus sign. And at the end of the day, a Venus and Pisces person does become very, very love blind. Very, very love blind, and they can often choose the wrong lover and not see it until it's too late. And lastly, a Venus and Pisces person goes solely off of intuition. Totally opposite of Venus and Aquarius, who goes off of logic and not intuition at all. Logic and Venus and Pisces person don't mix, okay? They are solely off of intuition. Like I said, they will push the red flags to the side. A lot of them get into toxic relationships at some point in their life, and they have to dig their way out of it because they get themselves into a really deep hole. So, yes, be cautious of that, Venus and Pisces people. Be very, very cautious of that, and try to think logically when it comes to relationships and not get too head over heels in a relationship. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Love talking about astrology. Of course, more astrology videos will be coming out, so go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I will be putting out a lot more videos this year than I did last year, that's for sure. Stay tuned to my channel if you want to join the squad. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, evening, morning, whatever it is, where you are when you're watching this, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!